So, last we left off in this campaign, we were in a town known as Pangressa, and the party was being instructed by a member of a well-known, or soon-to-be well-known terrorist organization known as the Libertas Pugnatores. One of their leaders, officers, someone with some say in the organization, Jesse, was teaching you the ritual known as the Fount of Lanoe. Your previous characters, the last things you remember, your times with them, was seeing the giant void baby unhinging its disgustingly wide jaw and clamping down on top of you. But that was a different story. This is a new story. We start by following a hooded traveler making their way through a small trade village known as Shadaa's Pass. It's a small village in, kind of the eastern region of Three Sisters Solitude. And as we zoom in on this hooded traveler, I will ask Patron to describe their character.
Yippee! So, let me actually pull up a reference of him, which I sent to multiple people. Creepy image. So, my character, Morlai, he is a Triton with blue skin, mottled with speckles of darker blue. Shiny, he has a little bit of fins on his arms, slightly clawed hands, and a very angular face with weird-looking eyes. He is digitigrade with aquatic-looking legs and a tail. Well, he's more beastly-looking for a Triton. And of course, he's wearing a set of white traveling robes. What's the word? Trimmed with gold. Some very light armor. More decorative-looking vestments and armors. He is a holy man, and on his waist is a little pocket, like satchel, with a deck of cards at the ready.
All right.
Post a little reference of him.
Hell yeah.
Oh, cool.
Ooh, love him.
So, Morlai, you woke up this morning, bought yourself a gun. Not really. You woke up this morning and doing your morning ritual, you're recalling the surprise prophecy that you received of finding the Pale One in town. Can I please have a perception check to see, kind of your search of the town?
Yes, my first roll. My perception is very good. Ooh, dirty 20.
Oh, dang.
fuck
Okay.
yeah.
All right, so wasting no time, you kind of just go with what your gut says. And, if you're going to find a obscure adventurer, the first place to check is obviously the tavern. So you make your way towards the local inn. It's a nice wooden building, and outside of it has a wood carved sign that reads Esther's. Outside of it, there's a nice little patio area with some shade. Oh, sorry. Can I have you make that perception check with a disadvantage? My apologies.
Perception check at disadvantage? Okay.
Yes.
By the way, I forgot to let you know that for my Oracle deck, my little, my portent dice that I rolled was a 20.
Oh my.
I'm not. I shit you not. It is a 20. All right.
All right, so you have
So
what? So you have
13
like a
was the
nat
first.
20 just in the pocket?
Yep, I have a nat 20 in my pocket.
Delightful.
Okay, the first one was a 13 plus 7, and the other one is a 7 plus 7. That's a 14 in total.
Alrighty. So you see there's a shaded patio outside as you make your way towards the doorway. And going into the door, it is a well-lit tavern. Working behind the counter. About what time of day would you say you started your search today? Did you wait until the afternoon? Did you start bright in the morning?
I would say a comfortable time at the morning, like 9 to 10 a.m.
Beautiful. All right, so you crack open the door and you see this old woman, but she's not quite the old woman that you would expect. There's a 7-foot tall Goliath woman working the counter. And she's tall, pale, gray skinned. Her frame is rather thin, and she walks kind of slowly and hunched over. So, although she is tall in height, she's rather short in stature. Her hair has just one thick, dark gray braid that goes all the way down to the middle of her back. And she turns around and says, "Oh, good day. Welcome to Esther's. Are you looking for a room?"
I do not think so. Are,
This is a peculiar place to walk into without needing a room.
my need for a room it remains to be seen. Who knows? With your complexion, you wouldn't happen to be some sort of adventurer, would you?
I did a light bit of adventuring in my past. Me and my husband traveled from the mountains in the Scarbacks territory, and now we run this beautiful inn.
So you are retired now? No intention of returning to that lifestyle.
As you get a good look at her, you notice that she has a slight kind of shake in her head as she's talking. She says, "Well, I was a great adventurer when I was younger. But no, I don't think this old body could handle that much longer. However, my husband still is out working."
Hmm. I, then I guess you're not the one I'm looking for. Uh, this is a strange question, perhaps, but you wouldn't happen to know of a pale one? A pale, someone pale and striking?
"Oh, you must be thinking of my daughter, Jody." And she kind of claps her hands together very excitedly. "I had wondered when she would find someone as suitable as you."
Suitable. I mean, I do make a very good guide for my ability, my very talented abilities.
Yes, yes, she says she's looking for a good guy. Unfortunately, she is sleeping tonight, this morning. So you might come back later in the evening when she may be working.
Is this Jody of yours? Is she an adventurer?
My no, Jody ought to be here working at the inn. She has
I
not
see.
left the
I think
town
there is
for
a bit of
quite a time.
I think there's a bit of a miscommunication. I am no courtier. Um, I am looking for a pale adventurer who seems to be capable of a fair journey of sorts.
Oh, you must be referring to the new guest in town. I believe she was doing some people watching.
Third time's the charm. That sounds like a better lead.
Yes, yes. You know, I used to be an adventurer in my youth.
Indeed, you did just told me that. And now you
Oh,
have a husband and a daughter.
my apologies. I seem to be running over a bit more in my stories lately.
It is of no concern. But I believe that you have been helpful to me.
Well, that's what we try to do here. Please, if you need to stay, come back anytime. We're always manning the counter.
I shall take note of that. Oh, and where could I find this newcomer?
Last she spoke to me, she said she was out to do some people watching, and she walked out that door. And she points her long, bony Goliath finger towards the door. And she grabs her rag and keeps scrubbing away at the table.
Very well, have a good day then, old woman.
You as well, dear. And my name is the one on the door, Esther.
Yes, the Esther woman. Thank you very much, Esther.
Of
And
course, dear.
I will give a slight bow and feta serpentis upon you. May your fate be friendly.
And same to you. I assume you head out?
Yup.
Alrighty. Alsha, you see walking back out from the tavern this rather striking figure that you watched go in just not too long ago. Definitely the most unique person you've seen today.
What is he doing?
Well, just a couple, I don't know, maybe like 2-3 minutes ago, he walked into the door. You heard him chitting and chatting with your pal Esther, and then he's walking back out, and it looks like he's trying to think of where to kind of look for next.
I think she won't engage in any conversation, but she will take notice of him and not really try to hide it.
Delightful. So you step out, Morlai. You kind of just take a little glance around of like, well, I for sure felt like it was gonna be here. And to your left, sitting in the corner by the patio, you see this dark, pale, like dark in the shadow, but pale figure just sitting there kind of cross-armed looking over at you. This figure reeks of fate.
I was about to say, like, I will like look at the figure in the shade. I will like cover my eyes. I'll like try and shade my eyes and squint to like look through the shade. Is this person pale enough? Is this what I'm looking for?
Now that you can, like, you get the sun out of your eyes, you make out, yeah, no, they definitely look exotic enough to be an adventurer, point blank. And they seem to have some pale details about them.
Will immediately just like perk up and walk straight on over to her.
She meets your eye. And she goes, "You do not look like the others I have seen in this land. What is your name?"
I am Moralai, a Triton acolyte of Fata Serpentis, oracle to the Triton people.
Interesting. What brings you here?
Well, quite a few things have brought me here. A few visions and a note. DM, I was handed a note for a job, right?
Correct. Whether you were handed by a kind of random figure, some people woke up and it was just in their camp, delivered to them overnight, anonymously, but somehow, some way, you got that note. I'd say within the week, at the like a week longest, but within the last couple days, yeah.
Can I have a little recap of that note? Sorry, I couldn't find it
Absolutely.
when I was prepping my character.
How dare you not have everything? Let's see. It says. Do. Okay. I hope this request finds you well. You were asked to do a great service to the Solitude. The people deserve their leaders back. Please meet at the town entrance of Shadaa's Pass on the morning of the 10th of the 8th month. When all 6 have gathered, head to the Independence Inn in Cagliostro. Your next instruction will be hidden in room 7. You'll be rewarded with 1,500 gold each when the task is complete, and the note is sealed with a decapitated lion's head.
Can you copy and paste that into the VC chat?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Oh, I got you.
Oh, do it, because mine has
Just
a bunch of
pasted.
brackets and shit. Yeah, I realized rereading it, I'm like, oh, I just didn't have a time frame. I just said meet on this day at the town gate. And I'm like, I'd be pissed if they just said to wait at the front of the amusement park for all 24 hours on the day.
It's like when a plumber says we'll be here between 8 and 2. Just wait,
Yep.
assholes.
Whoa,
Right.
okay. All right. So you
All
were
right,
asked,
awesome. I have that.
no, you're
I
all
have
good.
those in my notes. All right. You see, I was handed a note recently, which I believe I was fated to receive, and now I make my way to a place in it's called Cagliostro, and I was looking for companions to accompany me on this task.
This sounds alarmingly similar to something you have read, Alsha.
She, kind of maintaining a bit of a stoic expression, she goes, well, as I have received a similar note, it appears that we are to be allies. My name is Alshaniel.
Perfect. My vision was correct then, as always.
Vision.
I'm an oracle, as I said.
Interesting.
My
You can
vision. My
foresee.
vision.
So you can foresee the future.
To a degree, yes.
And here I was thinking this land was mundane and magicless compared to my own.
Yes, this place is quite. I don't know how to. I don't know the common words for this. It is backwater compared to my home. Quaint and cozy, if you like simple. But it matters not. I was asked to be here. So I am here.
As am I.
All right. And then recalling other part of your prophecy this morning, after finding the pale one, something about a beast in the woods.
Yes. Well, if you are the one I was to find, I do believe that I have an idea of the other member of our traveling party. If my vision was correct, they will also be carrying a note, such as ours.
Well, I must say I'm curious to test this oracle ability of yours. If you wish for me to join you, then I will.
Of course, if you have any questions of my abilities, please do ask. And if you do need your future read, I shall contemplate the idea of it.
I will let you know. But as of now, my future is my own.
What a lovely idea. But in the meantime, before we head off, what are your specialties?
My specialties. We are to be fighting? Is that what you are asking?
If we do run into trouble, I assume that all of our companions will be of some sort of specialty. For example, I do read the futures, but I am also able to conjure up visions of long past, adventurers of legend, beasts of tales of old, through the power of my deck of cards.
I will just have to see it in action for myself.
Yes, it is hard to explain.
But to answer your question about my specialty, I am a fighter, first and foremost. I employ magics in my fighting, but nonetheless, I stay up close. I make sure that when an enemy is engaged with me, they are thinking of nothing but the current moment fighting with me. You will not have to worry about anyone else.
You sound reliable. That is good. You will also see that Morlai has a glaive strapped to his back as well, but he does not. He doesn't really
We've got.
have for.
We're both polearm users.
Yay!
She has a very exotic looking spear on her back.
Morlai has a very just simple looking glaive on his back. It looks a bit too big for him. He does not look built for it, but still seems to carry it around. Well, anyway. On to the next part. You wouldn't happen to have heard a tale of a beast in the woods, have you?
I don't think I have, but I want to make sure.
No one's outright said anything that you've really overheard or have really talked about. It hasn't really come up, but this is, the first time you've really heard that kind of term in terms of like local legends or anything like that.
Okay. I cannot say I've heard. Although if there is a beast that needs slaying, I will do my best to slay it.
That is good to know. I am not entirely sure the nature of this beast of the woods. I do not know if the beast is the one we seek, or if the beast leads to the one we seek. But I'm certain we will figure out soon.
All right, so how do you guys want to kind of go about your search? You want to ask around? You want to manhunt? You want to... What do you want to do?
Perhaps we can ask around, but perhaps not that Esther woman at the inn. She seems a bit preoccupied by family.
And we are asking for our other ally?
Indeed. A beast of the
Or
woods.
rather, our other ally to be?
Just anything to do with a beast of the woods. Is there anything lurking outside the village, or is there a newcomer who perhaps hunts in these woods? My visions are not extremely detailed. The gods have a way of speaking in prose and poetry at points.
Well, I can't say that's my preferred method of handling things, but if it's the only information we have, then it's the only information we have. We best get searching then.
Information from gods is very useful, so I take what I can get.
All right.
You have any more leads of anything to look for? Or shall we just ask around, find rumors?
I would rather save the messages from my god for something more important. So I think asking around would be best for us.
Right, then let us ask then. And she's going to stand up. You see she's quite tall. Let me actually see how tall she is. She's 6 feet
Yeah, I don't
tall.
remember. Oh, actually, Morlai is 6'2".
He's a little bit taller.
Just a little bit taller. He's quite thin, though.
She also
Thin
looks
for a
quite thin.
sea creature.
Doesn't really have. She doesn't appear to have like a very muscular or like fighter's build, from what you can tell by appearance.
I wouldn't say Morlai is thin. He has a swimmer's build.
Yes.
It's not for lifting, it's for stamina.
Soccer boy legs.
Yeah. I mean, he's got big old digitigrade legs for swimming. Probably got thick thighs and a thick ass.
Right where it matters. Alrighty, so you guys, I assume, start asking around town, seeing who
Perhaps
knows
like
what.
at a blacksmith or I don't know, a hunter's guild.
That's a good call. There is a noticeable lack of a kind of a hunting place around here, despite being completely surrounded in woods. And as you're kind of walking around looking for the different shops, you hear some ruckus coming from the front town gate, and you see two goblins setting up what looks to be a little stand. And they put up their little side, and it says Furs and Fangs. And that's like the closest you see to like, they're still hunting goods being sold, but no one hunting. In terms of blacksmith, you don't really see much of that either. There's like a handyman that's around town, but it says that he doesn't get in until after lunch.
I will nudge Alshaniel and point towards the goblins. And those seem to be perhaps some hunters of sort. Perhaps they will know what lurks in the woods.
a keen observation. Let's ask them.
No.
All right.
So you're walking up closer, I assume, to little freaks.
The little freaks.
You get up closer, you hear them kind of arguing about something. No, you said I was supposed to take care of the stock today, and you were going to take care of the pricing.
No, idiot, the pricing changes every day. It's called surge pricing.
The one that started the argument kind of flips around and goes,
Oi, we're not done setting up shop yet.
Whatever irks you currently does not currently matter right now. I have business and I think you can help.
the goblin's face completely freezes in, like, his eyes kind of move between yours while he's comprehending what you said, and he says,
All right, what do you want?
Are you hunters of sorts? You know of what passes through these woods?
the other one speaks up.
Yeah, we've got good stock around here. Got good furs and fangs, see?
Have you heard of some sort of beast in the woods?
And they both kind of look at each other and kind of rub their faces, and they say,
Beast of the woods. You going hunting?
Hunting of a sort. We're looking for either a some sort of warrior or hunter of the woods, or perhaps even a beast they might be hunting.
Oh, a beast hunter. Oh, you're talking about a Alec. Yeah, he's around there in the woods over there, see?
and they point you straight the opposite direction.
This is the north side, right? If you go towards the south side, you keep going through the woods, you see his little mailbox outside a path. You don't want to put nothing in the mailbox that isn't true, though. If you put something for a beast in there that's not really there, he gets kind of angry at you.
This Alec person lives here?
Yes, in his big old hut there. He's the one that we asked to do all the hunting around here. He knows them woods like the back of his arse.
Sounds intriguing.
Not as intriguing as my arse. You idiot, they're not looking at your arse.
Is his ass notable?
You look down, and he is underwhelmingly thin with it.
Listen to your companion. You must be honest with yourself. You should do some more swimming and squats. That is a way to build a voluptuous posterior, I assure you.
The other one that is not the ass subject just kind of raises her eyebrow and says,
I told you you're not being active enough. Oh, quiet, both of you. Well, if you're going to be harassing me, then you can fuck off until I get my shop set up, and then you can come back and get some fangs and things.
Whether we are in need of fangs and things remains to be seen, but you shall sit in my mind. Shaniel, is there anything you need here? Or does this sound intriguing to you as well?
There is nothing else I need. In my eyes, all that's left to do is pursue this Alec.
Very well. And we will, I guess, Lorelei will start heading in the opposite direction from the stand to find this mailbox at the start of a forest path.
As you guys are walking away, you hear the girlish one say,
Sitting in his mind, you see. He likes your ass after all. I knew there was something good about it.
and you guys, they're just talking as it trails off. So you make your way.
Huh.
You make your way through the ass end of the town, pun intended, and yeah, sure enough, there's where the tree line kind of hits the woods. There's a kind of off to the side. There's a little mailbox over there, and kind of what seems to be semi-often walked upon path that goes deep into the woods.
Is there any, like, name or signage on this mailbox?
Scratched into the side of it is an A, but it's rather crude. It looks like I don't know, either like a child or something did that.
I guess that's it then. A for Alec.
We can only hope. That is assuming that those goblins were telling the truth. But we will find out.
They seemed quite forthcoming. I have a knack for telling when someone is lying. I don't think there was any need to question their truthfulness at that time. And I guess Morlai will begin walking down this path.
Alshaniel will follow.
All right. So you guys walk. It's a really nice day out, all things considered. It's a little muggy, given that it's the 8th month of the year. And it's starting to get to be noon. So the sun's getting as high as it gets, but it's all in all, there's a decent breeze going on. The birds are chirping, the bugs are buzzing. It's a good day to be out in nature. You guys walk for like about a mile, and you come up to this little, seems like a self-made hut. And Lords, I will have you describe the hut, if you will.
I think it's like almost very classic what you imagine as like a fairy tale wooden hut. Very like the idyllic light wood panels. There's those little like almost stained glass-ish windows, a little chimney where smoke's coming out of. And the most notable thing about it, even though that it's actually quite big, but not as that looks like it has more rooms or anything, it's just that the scale. It looks a little bit longer and a little bit taller than a normal cabin would.
All right, so you guys see this very aesthetically pleasing looking wood cabin in this small clearing in the woods.
Well, that is quite cozy.
Shall we go inside?
Yes, I'm sure he's somewhere around here. I'll go right up to the front, and it's very straightforward, and knock on the door.
You hear a knock at the front door while you're getting ready this morning. What do you do?
And I open the door, I step outside. I think the first thing that strikes you, even though it's a quite tall door, this large, pure white bear folk steps out. And he crouches down to get under the door. But as he leans back up, you see he is perhaps 8 foot tall, with large, broad shoulders. And a hand is probably almost double the size of your entire head. And, he's wearing...
Bearfolk?
Bear folk, yes. And he's wearing
You said
like...
air as in like the shit that we breed? The shit that we breed?
The gay kind or the bear kind?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, bear, not air.
No, air folk. Air folk.
Air folk, yeah, no, Fire Ganassi and Espa, Air Ganassi here.
I thought you said like air ganassi.
No, I only play Genasi. No. It's a little visual image. And also, yes, he also has a glaive.
This is truly the polearm party.
I DM'd Lords, I was like, bro, don't you also have stick?
Nope.
Like, oh my god, it's
Lorelai
stick
will, like-
gang and toenail gang.
He just looks at both of you. He just
As
looks at both of you and
you-
goes, "Do you want tea?"
Lorelai will like slowly like raise his head higher and higher as like your full height is revealed, and he will just smile with like shark-looking teeth and just say like, "Oh, you are absolutely the one we are looking for."
Oh,
And
I
tea
am.
would sound lovely.
Okay, well, come inside, then we can talk why you're looking for me. Is it bad? Did I do something?
No. You may do something later. I think a good thing. I hope a good thing.
I will do something later. That is how the motion of time works. Come inside.
I'm glad that you understand that.
Yes, okay. I already have the kettle on. And, you want to give me your names?
I am Morlai Dantroth, chosen and blessed to Fata Serpentis, deity of fate.
Yeah.
And my name is Alshaniel. I am a knight for the nation of Mabiria from far across the waters.
I am Alexander. I don't have a fancy title. He hands you both cups and then like pour some tea.
Alshaniel is going to like try to nonchalantly like smell the tea and see if she can pick up any like poisons. But she's gonna try to do so like covertly.
Morlai will not do that. He will sit on a stool, cross his legs, and gently sip the tea, and assumes that he will like it.
All right, so Alsha, can I have you do a perception check for detect poison? I don't know. Let's see.
That is 6 + 7, so 13.
13 smells like a pleasant mix of what you thought would be relatively boring material, plain herbs and flowers, but no hint of any poisons that you've ever been trained on.
She's going to take a sip.
Take a sip, and just this warm dandelion taste fills your mouth. Kind of helps with your sinuses too.
She sets it down, slowly kind of nurses away at it as she closely watches.
All right, Alsha takes a little sip. Does she look pleased?
She looks stone-faced, like usual.
No. I assume that you have a very special note calling you to a certain job.
Yes, I do have one of those. I came some days ago. How do you know about that?
I am an oracle. It is my forte to know.
Ah,
Yes, don't worry. A god told me.
that is a statement worthy of worry, I think. I don't think that's a don't worry thing. But
Don't
never
worry, it
mind.
is a god of fate. It's neutral.
It's no such thing as neutrality.
Nah, I disagree. But that is of no concern.
Exactly, you disagree. And I agree. There is no neutral.
You just
Sure.
hear Alsha take another sip of tea.
For a hunter, you discuss philosophy. You are intriguing.
There are many things. No man should be one thing.
Do you intend to pursue this job?
Perhaps not originally, but now that it appears an oracle of a god of faith has taken interest in the job, it has just got a lot more interesting.
That is why I believe that's why I was asked to, well, told to search out you two. I believe that we can all help each other in a very efficient way.
Okay. Why are you doing this mission then? This task of mysterious. I mean, do you know what it is since you are an oracle?
Oh, no, I do not know exactly what we are being asked to do, but I just know that it is the right thing to do.
Yeah. Well, I am interested now at least. Nothing else for morbid curiosity sake.
And as
When-
long as you have... Oops, sorry, go ahead.
No, keep going, keep going.
And as long as you have some sort of drive to travel with us and perform this job of sorts, then I am pleased. By the way, what can you tell us about yourself? If you are interested in traveling with us to Cagliostro, then perhaps it is best to discuss who we are and our strengths and weaknesses.
In strange, do you mean combat?
If that is a strength, then yes.
I did once break a man in half with my bare hands. Does that count?
That is a feat, and I am excited to know that you will be traveling with us.
Yes.
You are massive.
I am, yes. I wish
That
I
is-
could take honor for it, but I was born this way.
I trust that you give ample thought whenever you decide to use your strength.
Yes, I have not broken a man in half in many years. I'm not worried.
Well, you seem to be keeping up with the exercise of to potentially break a man in half if needed, though.
Hunting keeps your spirits and your heart rate up.
When you think of hunting, Alexander, flashing in your mind is the desperate eyes of him asking you to do that job, and you remember you only have today to do that hunt. Alsha, in the
I will
meanwhile,
say-
the tea blend from this country is just so much more intricate than you were so far giving the country credit for. You're finding it reminds you a lot of the summer, of warmer weathers.
But I'm afraid if we have to go, we can't go before tomorrow. I have a prior and need to complete today.
And what is this, this task that you have been asked?
David, the husband of Esther, who runs the tavern, you might have met her. Most people go through the tavern, as they should. He has asked me to hunt down a decently large boar and kill it. Well, take one of his tusks, but killing it is the optimal way to do that. You ever tried taking the tusk off a live boar? It doesn't go well.
I cannot say I
haven't
have.
tried.
Yes.
That does sound
Don't
quite
try.
difficult.
Yes. And that needs to be done by tonight, so.
Then we best get to move on, shouldn't we?
Yes, it is. It is, no wonder we were brought to you.
Are you volunteering to join me in the hunt?
Indeed, we are in need of your services, it seems, and we have ended up on your doorstep, and you have a task that needs done at the end of the day. It only makes sense that we would help.
Hey. Well. Let's get going then. And I take, like, almost like a little backpack full of javelins at the door, and I pull over my.
This truly is a barbarian moment.
This shit's so funny. Stick gang, stick gang.
We love our long sticks and weapons.
Do.
It's important. All right, so you guys head out. You guys finish your tea. You know, Alexander washes up his little dishes, and we get going. As you guys step out of the cabin, Alexander, I'm assuming that you're gonna lead.
Yeah.
Yeah, with a decent amount of confidence, I would say. Alexander seems to just kind of walk straight out the cabin and know right where to go. No time to waste. Can I have everyone make a survival check to try to track a boar? Alexander, I'd like you to make it with advantage since you know.
Yeah.
Mine is a
Sure.
modified 20.
And that is an 18.
That is 19.
Jesus Christ, guys.
Nice. I rolled a 19 on my die. I don't have a very strong survival.
All right, so you do some walking throughout the woods. You're tracing your steps back to when you were hunting with Jarvid, Alexander, and you come to a similar clearing where you thought that you guys were gonna find him last time. And sure enough, you find the heavy prints leading all the way there, and you see the giant boar, and it seems to be kind of distracted by something in the bushes. And I'm going to post a link to the owlbear.
Fuck yes.
Un momento. Okay, there we go.
That is indeed a giant boar.
Me when the giant boar.
The balmy fluke. How very fitting.
That's what they called me in church camp.
What?
What? Don't worry about it.
That is a very large boar.
All right, I'm getting your. Woo. Getting the tokens. I thought I had these imported already.
That reminds me, I need to import my token in here too.
I don't think... Oh, wait, no, I think I do have a token.
Let's say I know I have. Oh, why are they like that?
What the fuck? Wait, does my work?
Girl, why are you so large?
Can't be larger than the giant boar. That seems unfair.
God damn it! Why is this happening to me?
'Cause I'm so large, I just become square.
Yeah, that's canon.
Damn
Yeah.
it! I will get better tokens for the like big session one later. I promise. I don't know why there's backgrounds and shit for them. So yeah, rustling in the bushes seems to be something that firmly has the giant boar's attention. It's just kind of squealing and just rustling its nose around in the bush, trying to get something. That's what you like to see, just a giant ruler.
Before
No
we
reason.
start combat, Morlai is going to utter a little prayer, and he is going to cast Mage Armor.
All right.
At the same time, Alshaniel is going to make a kind of like a hand motion, whisper an incantation, and then cast mirror image on herself as three kind of semi-translucent duplicates of her appear around her.
Oh damn.
I tend to stay back and fight from a distance, but who knows? Combat is chaotic. I might fight up close as well. It seems distracted, so should we perhaps prepare a attack? Take it by surprise?
Yes, we should definitely try to get the jump on it if we can.
I agree.
I can attempt to do so if neither of you specialize in such.
Morlai will hold out an empty hand and hold up two fingers, and a little flash, a spectral card wreathed in blue flame will appear in between his fingers. Like I said, I attack from a range, mostly. Perhaps we can all time to hit it all at once?
Seems to be overkill for the boar, but I suppose so.
I prefer being efficient.
I can agree with you there.
Okay, so out of character, do we want to just, like, all just attack at once, or do we want to, like, plan something?
I want to try to see if I can, like, stealth a little bit around this guy. And try to get within melee to a point where he doesn't detect me.
Okay, then if you're going to do that, I'm going to prepare a firebolt on if the boar notices you and starts to attack you, I will prepare a firebolt for that.
All right, Alexander, what are you thinking?
I'm gonna pull out one of my javelins. I'm gonna prepare an action to throw the javelin at it.
Delightful.
And gets
right.
alerted to the others.
Also, you kind of get low and start to lurk. You're gonna try to maybe cut through this tree line here and stay obscured while you hide.
Mm-hmm. That's the plan.
All right, can I have you do a... Yeah, okay. Can I have you do a stealth check?
Yes, I can. And I also should have advantage on this because of my Boots of Elvenkind.
Delicious.
Okay. Oh, that was still not very good.
Can I
That's
give you
12.
guidance?
So 12,
She would definitely
and then
let you cast guidance before she went.
Hell yeah.
Right, guidance.
I'm gonna
That's
add
a
a
3.
D4. So that becomes a 15.
All right, 15, you are hidden. You are essentially
yes.
invisible for a little bit here.
All right. Once she's up close and personal, she is going to make a stab at it.
All right, and I assume once you guys see Alsha kind of leap out for a stab, everyone's going to release their action at the same time?
Yeah.
Yep.
Alrighty, I'm going to do... Alsha's probably going to hit first, so I'll have you roll to hit with advantage.
Okay, excellent. And I'm gonna booming blade this.
Boom it up.
Boom it up. That's a 13 on the die, and then plus 7, modified 20 to hit.
Yeah, it makes it.
And that is going to be for damage. Let me figure out booming blade. Okay, so that's going to be 1d6 plus 1d8. So that is 4 plus 4 plus 6, so 14 damage. And 4 of that is thunder. The rest of it is piercing. Magical piercing.
All right.
And it is enveloped in a thunderous energy. I'm also going to Blade Flourish. As I... Actually, am I going to Blade Flourish? Yeah, I'm gonna Defensive Flourish. And deal an extra d6. So that is on top of what I already rolled. Another 2 damage. We'll consider that magical piercing. And I also have an additional +2 to my AC.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so you... You see Alsha strike out, and you hear this thundering that signals all the rest of your attacks. Morlai, what are you doing?
I'm going to use my prepared action to cast Firebolt. And that is... Ooh. That's a 10.
Unfortunately, that misses.
Oh dear. Is this a surprise round then? Or
Yes, I was treating it as a surprise round, yeah.
well, seeing as I miss, I'm going to move a bit. 5 and 15, 20, 25, 30. There we go. And that's it for me.
Alrighty, and then Alexander, your javelins are, I assume, going to be flying, or at least one.
Well, I get the 2 attacks per action, so it's gonna be 2.
At least 2.
Yeah. So the first one is 22 to hit.
Yeah, huh?
The second one's gonna be 19 to hit.
Delightful. Those both hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
That's gonna be 17 piercing.
All right.
I'm gonna use my movement to just move a little bit up here. Closer.
All right. So then, I just realized I never did combat because we're about to properly roll initiative. With the booming blade, the thunderous strike hits, and out from the bushes you hear a screech of a chicken.
A chicken!
A what?
Aw, fuck.
And you see
Oh.
flapping its wings the size of a large turkey. 2 cockatrices pop out, and they flap their spiked tails viciously. I'll have everyone roll initiative, please.
Oh dear.
Hell yeah. I have advantage on initiative checks.
That's crazy.
Base
That's
spear.
a 14 for me.
Got an 18.
Is a 18 for me.
All right, if you guys don't mind doing your little sticky note situation, I would not be opposed to that.
I can make one.
I got it.
Hell yeah.
It's pink.
Is pink? That looks like purple to me.
What? That's pink.
It's probably just my screen.
Does someone want to write it down? Cause they're
What's the turn order?
So far, between Alshaniel and Alexander, who has the higher dexterity? That's definitely Alshaniel.
She has +2.
Yeah, you guys both got 18 for yours. So
I have a +3 to dexterity.
Oh, fuck.
Am I insane?
Yeah.
He's super dexterous.
Okay, shit. All right, so it'll be Alexander, then Alsha, then Morlai.
yes, I got a 14.
What is your dexterity?
More lies?
Yes, please.
+2. The base of 15.
Gotcha. And then... bam. All right, so top of the round. First things first, the boar. The boar, seeing, you pop out of seemingly nowhere and give it a little stab, it is going to try to make a attack at you with its tusks.
Good luck. Actually, wait. I might need to do something before you attack. Yes. So before you attack, let me roll a flat d20 to figure out if it even targets me instead of one of the mirror images.
Good call.
It targets one of the duplicates.
All right. Well, good thing, because it was a 23.
Oh, God. Yeah, it hits one of the duplicates and destroys it immediately.
Yeah, so the giant boar just juts its whole huge face forward and gores one of your mirror images completely. And just in the back of your mind, you could almost feel what that would feel like going through you.
Too bad it didn't go through me.
You're so right. All right, and then with that, the boar is done with its turn. Next is Cockatrice A. Same thing, since you have now scared the actual shit out of this cockatrice who was, you know, flirting or whatever with the boar through the bushes, now is completely exposed and scared. It's gonna try to take a bite at you. I assume you also roll for the mirror image again?
Yes. Let me see if that hits. Oh, I think that actually hits me. Let me check. 2 duplicates, 8 or higher. Yep, that hits me. Or it may hit me, depending on how high this attack roll is.
Is a 15 hit.
Oh, fuck no, it doesn't.
All right. Yeah, so this cockatrice goes out to bite you and peck at you with its little beak, or not really little, it's kind of large beak, and you know you already kind of figured out it was there just by hearing it next to you by being so stealthy. So you just whoosh, move to the side. All right, that brings us to Alexander.
First, I'm gonna rage.
As you should.
And I'm just gonna jump up here and I'm gonna attack him with my big ass glaive.
Yo, are
Just
we
checking
flanking right now?
You guys are high key flanking right now.
Are we flanking right now?
Oh my god,
That's
in public?
That's a 27 and a 21 to hit. 2 attacks.
Yeah, yep.
Yep. Just quickly roll damage.
Which one's that? Did Cockatrice B do anything?
Not yet.
Okay.
That's gonna be 31 slashing damage.
What do you mean, bro? 31?
Yeah, 31.
Okay. You take this glaive. And are you attacking from above, below? What angle are you striking at?
I think because the way the glaive work, I'm actually gonna scoop under and then let it slice into the belly of the beast.
That is exactly what I was thinking. You rip, you find a tender part under its stomach, and you wrench that thing through its underbelly. Just you hear the sound of wet meat slapping the ground. Its entrails start pouring out, and it just stands on its hooves, just lets out this awful squeal. But it's still
That was a really
standing.
impressive squeal. Holy shit!
Yeah,
I set up my entire mic setup for shit like that.
It's sound effects are sound effecting. My god.
Yeah, so the boar is hardly standing, dripping organs, leaking. Or what else are you gonna do this turn? Or is that all? Alexander, is that all for your turn?
In the turn, yes. Sorry.
Oh, my bad. You're all good. All right, then that brings us to Morlai.
Morlai.
Wait, shouldn't
Well,
Elshaniel
seeing as-
go next?
Oh shit, I skipped over. The 2A names are gonna fuck me up forever, man. You guys
Yeah,
have like
that is gonna
similar
constantly be a
long
problem.
names, short names. Okay, yeah, sorry. Alexander, then I'll show with the same. Go for it.
Both starting with AL.
Oh man.
Okay. Let me check. Okay. She is going to Booming Blade the Cockatrice. That is going to be, oh fuck yes. 24 to hit.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Damn.
So D6 plus D8. 5 plus 8. Oh my god. 13 plus 6, so 19, 8 of which is thunder. And she's also going to use a Blade Flourish as a bonus action. She is going to use Slashing Flourish. So that means I need to roll a d6. So the cockatrice and the giant boar both take 2 slashing damage as the last part of her attack.
Another 2. And
Yeah,
2 each?
another 2.
Cool.
Yeah, and the 2 is also to the giant boar.
All right. What does it kind of look like when you're attacking? So we had like a big slashing glaive strike from Alexander. What kind of, attack do you look like?
Very quick. Her spear is kind of like, for the first large attack, there's like a pretty large wind up compared to a lot of like her quick movements. But then once she transfers over that thunderous energy, she is back to being like very quick and agile. And then after that initial attack, she just kind of like slashes a bunch of times at the both of them, doing like small cuts a bunch of times.
All right, so you pull back your spear, just you completely whisk the air apart. The bush that you're around barely has any sticks or leaves on it. You're no longer hiding. You are no longer obscured. You're basically a fucking tornado. You have riddled this cockatrice with holes, and it is bleeding heavily. And with one of your slashes, you get pretty good carried away with your momentum and take off one of the hooves of the boar as well. So it just goes down on one stump, still breathing.
Damn. That's my turn.
Now we bring it over to Muralai. For real this time.
Right. Since I was not expecting a cockatrice to pop out, I'm in trouble, maybe.
I thought it was so funny when you moved down there. I'm so glad I was on push to talk. I was like, bestie, no.
I don't really have anything to pull manually, so I'm just going to leave it up to fate, and I'm going to do a card draw.
Let's go.
Ooh, very in character.
Draw? Ooh, I drew the Warlock card. Hang on, let me...
So in a lightning flash from the ceiling, Will is summoned into the game now.
All right. Let me find the Warlock, because she's kind of complicated. So, Morlai will be surrounded by a flurry of magic cards. He will grab one, raise it to the air, and behind him a spectral visage of a tiefling woman bound in chains will wave her hand, and 6 black cards of Eldritch energy will swirl around Morlai and stay there. I get 6 Eldritch cards of energy, and I can use them on bonus actions, and they basically act as enhanced Eldritch blasts.
That's kind of sick.
So as my action, I am going to use one of my Eldritch cards. So I have 5 left, and that is going to be... Let's see. That is a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
All right. That is going to be 5, 9. That's going to be 12 force damage upon Cockatrice B.
All right.
And that is the end of my turn.
Delightful. All right. Yeah, so you got your sick ass, black card bullets. And it is now Cockatrice B's turn, and you look ripe for pecking, my friend.
No, not peckable.
So peckable. How's a 17 to hit?
That does just hit.
Unfortunately. All right. So then you are going to take. Oh shit! He rolled max damage. Okay, you're gonna take 5 piercing damage.
Hold the fuck up. I have a thing for this. Never mind.
Okay.
She's gonna silvery barbs his ass and force him to re-roll and use the lower d20 roll.
Damn. Okay. All right. I will roll again. 16 to hit.
That meets it, beats it.
Damn.
Okay.
She's also, as the second half of silvery barbs, she's going to choose herself to have advantage on her next attack roll, ability check, or saving throw within 1 minute.
Okay. Well, you get pecked for max damage, unfortunately, which is 5 piercing damage. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh, that's... No, don't ask me to do that, actually. Well, my constitution isn't that bad, so... that is a 12.
Hoo-hoo, meets it, beats it. All right.
Oh,
Yeah, you get a jabbed in the back of your thigh, just or in the front of your thigh, right in there. Ugh.
Ow!
And that brings us back to Big Boar. Big Boar's having a big bad time, and once again he's going to let out a giant squeal, and shaking further again with all the thunder, the lightning, the thunder, the screaming. 2 more cockatrices come out from the bushes, pecking their little walks, doing their little head bob walk, seeing what all the ruckus is about. Right here. And that is that. And then in a last fit of desperation, you see in the boar's eyes, it makes contact with where the cockatrices came from, and it's going to make a mad dash towards that direction. I would like both of y'all to make opportunity, because I know both of y'all would love to make opportunity attacks.
That's a crit hit, baby!
Ooh.
Fucking assholes.
That's a 19 from me.
I love you guys. All right, combat's gonna look a lot differently after today, motherfuckers.
Oh, yeah.
You guys are crazy.
Question.
Okay.
I
yeah,
assume
answer.
I can't add Booming Blade to this. This just has to be a regular attack.
Yes, this is just a regular weapon attack with for your reaction,
Gotcha. You got it.
unless it can apply to that. But I don't know.
For crit hits, you take the max number you can possibly get from all the dice, right?
Incorrect. I actually wrote this down in case this came up later. For critical hits, if you roll a 20 on the d20, you hit regardless. You roll double the attack. So you roll all of the attack's damage dice twice, add them together, then after add all the relevant modifiers.
Gotcha.
So you roll the damage dice twice and then plus
Oh,
whatever your
fuck.
modifiers.
I just realized I already used my reaction this turn. I actually can't even
Ooh.
attack.
All right, well, you crit nothing. In your mind, you thought it would be really cool if you said that
It
thing
would
when you
be.
were in the shower, but like you didn't. So
Yeah, this really is unfortunate.
Alexander, what's your attack of opportunity?
I rolled a 19 to hit, and the
Absolutely.
damage, that's 15.
How would you like to do that?
I think as it runs past, I sweep the glaive low again and just... I think, be kind of brutal, I think I cut its feet off as it runs. So it just falls to the ground and I just quickly raise the glaive and just impale its head to finish it off.
And like a zombie pigman in Minecraft, with one last squeal, the boar is dead. Now you have this gaggle of cockatrices And that brings it to Cockatrice A's turn, since the boar is fucking dead. What do you usually... How do you normally do the status thing for, like, dead?
I think it's an attachment.
Okay, we're gonna do it old style for now.
Oh, I found
The
it.
boar is deceased. Oh, thank you. Dead AF. All right, Cockatrice A is... He's gonna make a little bite attack at you once again.
Let me roll a 20 to see if he attacks me. He does not. He attacks a mirror image.
Both times it hits, you get lucky. So 17 to hit definitely hits it.
Oh, it's two
No?
attacks?
Does the 17 hit the mirror image?
The mirror image, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yep.
So one of them
Straight
gets...
through.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's
She has
both
one
of your
mirror image left.
images. Or did you spawn 3?
Yeah, there's 3 mirror images that spawn.
Oh, I always misunderstand that spell and that it's you and 2 others. Oh, I gotcha. Yeah,
Nah,
well,
it's you and 3 others.
You just don't get hit in combat. All right, I like that. All right, and it's going to make a little run.
Oh, it gets booming bladed.
It gets booming bladed.
Yeah, if the target willingly moves 5 feet or more while it's booming bladed, while it's like surrounded in that booming blade energy. Because my last attack, I hit it with a booming blade, so it's surrounded with the energy. So it's gonna take 2d8 thunder damage. Let me roll that.
Delightful.
That is
You
going
have
to
like a not opportunity attack. That's cool.
precisely. That's 15 thunder.
All right, what does that look like to kill a cockatrice with thunder damage?
I think it probably just like explodes.
Okay, yeah, no, it turns around to make a run for its brethren, and you just hear, and it just boom, a burst of feathers and venom just explodes into the foliage near you. Delicious. That gets us to Alexander.
Gonna rush over to Cockatrice C and gonna glaive it. That's 30-20 to hit.
Cute.
Another 30-20 to hit.
Yup.
Give me a second, have to do math.
Oh yeah, you're rolling big numbers. That's why I keep telling the other barbarian, I'm like, I just want you to roll big number. That's what we're here for.
That's gonna be 24 slashing damage.
All right, yeah, you do a very similar big sweep as you run over there. You know exactly the arc you're going for, and you cut clean through the cockatrice. It is instantly killed.
Jesus Christ.
It had 24 HP. Relax.
What?
Oh my god.
End the turn.
All right, end of turn. Alshaniel, that is you this time for sure. No skips.
No skips. Okay. So, as a reminder, because she used silvery barbs as a reaction last round, she has advantage on this attack. So she is going to envelop her spear in a kind of scary-looking purplish mist as she casts Wrathful Smite on her spear, and she's going to run up to Cockatrice D and make an attack at advantage. That's a
All
critical hit.
All right, so we reviewed the crit rules earlier, so I think that comes in handy. Do you need them again?
I do need them again.
No problem. You roll the damage dice twice, and then also after that, add the modifiers. So the only thing that gets doubled is just the dice.
Is
of
the
roll.
dice. Gotcha. Okay, so that's going to be 4d6.
Jesus.
So that is 10 plus 6, 16. And I believe we'll say like a third of that is psychic damage, if that means anything.
In your pretty
And
little
I
world, it sure
need-
does.
Right? And I need it to make a wisdom save.
Alrighty. That is a 15.
That is just barely a success, so it does not get feared.
It's no fear.
It's no fear. Is that my turn? I think that is my turn. That is my turn.
Alrighty. We have Moralai's turn. Morlai, are you muted?
Yup, I was.
Sadness.
My god. Okay. Morlai is going to grab his glaive, close his eyes, and let fate lead the way as he casts True Strike, the new one, the new version that's fun. That is going to be a nat 20.
Holy
Damn.
fuck.
We are rolling so many nat 20s.
What is happening?
I don't know, but I don't like it. These.
All right.
All right. Yeah, do your shit. I mean, this is what we're here to do, right?
Yeah.
This is a
going to
low
be-
stakes combat encounter, so you guys can flex your toes and do what you want to do.
8. Going to be. That's going to be 8 slashing damage plus 6 radiant damage.
And this is Cockatrice B.
Yes.
How are you gonna do that one?
Morlai will brandish his glaive with his eyes closed. Will glow with a ethereal energy, and it will almost just move by itself as he lets fate move it for him, and he will simply behead the cockatrice without even moving, without even looking. And after that, he is going to move over here, and as a bonus action, he is going to use one of his Eldritch cards. And that is going to be... 25 to hit.
All right, yeah.
That's going to be... $16 force damage.
All right, and what does that look like? How do you want to do that one too? You finish off these last two cockatrices on your turn.
As after Morlai beheads the one cockatrice, he's going to twirl over and, still with his eyes closed, grab one of the cards floating around him and just chuck it across the field that we're in. And it will tear straight through Cockatrice D, also beheading it with a little burst of force magic.
My goodness. All right. And just to be clear, just so I have a good image, does your glaive move like without you touching it with your hands, or is it just like guiding your motions?
You know what? It moves on itself.
That's kind of hype.
For all intents and purposes, my hands are occupied with it.
Yeah, so you see Morlai close his eyes, connect with his deity, and just with absolute finesse, this glaive cuts straight through the one in front of him, and he whips around in a clean 180, takes a little dash, and as he does, grabs his card, phew, clean across like the head of a broccoli. And with that, all of the creatures are dead as hell. And we're gonna take a short little, I don't know, you want a 5-minute break?
Yeah, that works.
That works.
Cool. All right, see you at 17.
Sweet.
All right, so with absolute violence, you guys cut through the meat that was presented to you on this platter. Alexander,
Delectable.
you have a job to finish here. You're gonna go collect from the boy.
I'm gonna go up and take both the tusks.
Absolutely. With how large he is, he's got a couple other smaller tusks coming out as well. So you can get 4 total. You have 2 large ones and 2 small ones.
Okay.
And then
I'll say that as Alec is doing his thing and gathering the things that he is gathering, Shaniel is like not really trying to hide it. She's studying very intently, like the technique that he used and things that he's like seemingly paying attention to.
As a hunter, are you planning on taking the entire boar back, or just the tusks?
A mission is only for the tusks, but I don't want to waste the boar. We should also bring the cockatrice with us. Either we sell them or we cook them for dinner. It tastes good. It's like chicken.
I was thinking that I've never had cockatrice, but they do look chickeny, so...
You
More
just
like
boil it and season it, and it's good.
Morlai will, like, gather the cockatrice and grab it by the legs and just come on back over with the...
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you kind of just like I'm sure you have some rope or something around that you can just tie around its feet and drag it with you if you'd like. It is like a large turkey, so they're kind of awkward to carry. But yeah, you can definitely do it.
will volunteer to help if that makes it less awkward.
I'd say each of you, with a little bit of using your mind, you could each carry like a cockatrice by yourself. Alexander notwithstanding, he could do it pretty easy.
I actually have an idea.
Giant boar.
I have an idea.
Hit me.
I'm going to tie a bit of rope to each of the legs of 2 cockatrices.
Okay.
And I'm going to hang one on one end of my glaive and one on the other, and just like rest it on my shoulder.
Oh, you are so intelligent.
You feel normally this would be heavy, given the carry weight, but all of the weight goes straight to your thighs, and you could push that, dude. That's easy.
Jesus.
And don't worry, I have the legs for this.
Yes, your massive quads and thick ass hold them up very steady.
All right. I will make myself useful by keeping watch then.
All right, and Alexander, you said you're grabbing the boar?
Well, I first collect the tusks and put them in a bag or something, and then I just swing the boar onto my shoulders.
All right, like the Hulk carrying his car to work, you see Alexander just lift this large, giant boar over his shoulders. It looks like he should not even be able to carry that. Under his feet, you see the dirt form in his... do you wear shoes?
No.
Under his paw prints. You see his paw prints forming deep within the earth, but he moves like he's just carrying something with a decent amount of heft to it. He is a strong-ass dude.
By the serpent.
Okay, let's move, guys.
All right, you guys gather your creatures and monstrosities and head back to where are you guys going first?
I assume we're going back into the town, Shada's Pass.
Yeah, where you
Yeah.
guys are at now, you could like stop by the hut and drop off the chickens if you want, and then go into town, or you can take them all in, see if you can sell them. It's up to y'all.
We should do Alexander's task first. And I would lean towards taking the cockatrices with us for food, since we are going to be journeying a little.
Okay. All right.
Let's head into
4.
town.
Right, how many were you able to take with you? You had the 2 on your shoulder. Alsha, did you carry any yourself?
Oh, that's true. There were more.
Yeah, there was
would
4 total.
She's not very strong, is the thing, and she does not have the same thighs that Morlai does. Would she be able to carry like one?
Yeah, you can. You could carry one for sure.
Like tying it to the like one end of her spear and kind of like hoisting it over her shoulder.
Yeah, like a really heavy dragging knapsack or something, like a
We'll try not to drag it, like kind of trying to envision how
Like a
this
knapsack.
would look. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Bindle.
Hoist it over, the pivot on your shoulder, and you got this dead bird swinging around. Sometimes you can feel its tail kind of touch at your calves and stuff as you walk. You guys trek your way in. I'm sorry, I immediately forgot. You're taking the chickens with you into town, or are you dropping them off at home, at the hut?
I think dropping them off at the hut, because we wanted to use at least some of them for food and deal with Alex
can-
stuff first.
We can
Delight.
butcher them before we leave for Cagliostro.
Good call. Yeah, because
We have
today
useful
I forgot to
rations.
mention that at the start of the session, but today is the 9th of the 8th. I don't know if I said that, but tomorrow will be the day that everyone needs to meet up. So yeah. All right, so you guys head back into good old Shadaa's Pass. We love it here. Let me grab my cute little music, my little town square music. Right. Sorry, I just got bombarded. My beloved town music. All right, so the familiar sight of the large bear folk carrying in game meets the eyes of the onlookers in Shadaa's Pass. Some of the children from around stop what they're doing and they drop their stuff and they go, "Old Alec! Old Alec! Ah!" And they all come run up and they're excited. What did you get for us today?
Well, I am sorry, small children. Today I have nothing for you. No animal bones or skulls or random knives. I'm sorry.
Ah, will you get us one next time, right?
I will promise next time, yes.
Yay! Woo!
And they all get up and run around and go back to playing their little yard outside yard games. Sorry, literally seeing the Santa accusation almost made me say reindeer games out loud. So yeah, you trudge your little way over to Esther's. I imagine it's right there, kind of near the gate, and there you are at the entrance. By now, with the hunt and the travel and everything, it's evening. Probably like, I don't know, I'd say 4 or 5 p.m.
Yes, I'm just gonna walk into the tavern with the boar on my shoulders.
The boar will absolutely not fit through the doorway. You gotta plop that shit outside.
Damn, okay. Can I actually just call the kids over again?
Absolutely.
Okay, children, I want You need to play a game. I think I just hand one of the children a knife. I want you to protect this boar with your very life. You got this?
The one up front, this little red-skinned tiefling grabs the knife and looks like it's the most powerful thing he's ever held in his fucking life and says,
Absolutely, oh Alec. You can trust me.
Remember what to do if somebody tries to take it?
Absolutely. Bite him and don't let go.
Exactly. But you have a knife now, so you don't need to bite.
Oh, I didn't think about it like that.
he looks over at the other kids real excitedly, and they start talking about, battle plans for oncoming attacker.
Remember, you're small, so go for the tendons in their legs, and then when they're on the ground, stab them in the eye, okay?
Absolutely. Dirty is the way to win.
Good kid, okay. I walk into the tavern.
Did you just hand that child a knife?
Yeah. How else was he gonna protect the boar?
I cannot deny that logic.
I would hand him something bigger, but he is very small, and he can't carry a sword yet. Max.
Being comfortable around the blade is nice to have, regardless of your age.
Ah, exactly. Okay.
I cannot deny that logic either.
All right. So you guys take a little peek in. Alexander, you lead the way in and you duck in through the doorway. Actually, never mind. You definitely don't duck in the doorway. This is a Goliath-owned business.
Ah, yes. Good.
Yeah, no,
they
this
have
is
some real height.
Yes, this is one of the few buildings in town that is accommodated towards your height. Given the fact that they've been in town for a while, there are some newer buildings are made with taller door frames to accommodate their larger friends. So you walk in, and behind the counter is not Esther, but you see this tall, gray-skinned, muscular young woman. Her hair is a dark, almost imperceptible blue, except it's just so dark it's basically black. And it's braided into 3 large sections. She's got 2 smaller ones coming down over her shoulders, going down past her chest, and the third one is a large one trailing behind her back, reaching below her waist. She's she looks real busy wiping down the counter. It seems it's about to be dinner time. There's patrons kind of gathering in the dining hall, and she's tending to the patrons.
Why, thank you.
I just walk up to the counter. Ah, you look more beautiful each time I see you, Esther.
This one is Jody. This is her daughter.
More personal.
Say it looks more beautiful every time you see her. Jody kind of perks up from her wiping the counter. She says, if it isn't Alexander, thank you so much for coming by. I assume you have the delivery for my father.
I do. I take out the tusks. And I had some help for this one.
Help? Is that why you have 4 instead of the normal 2?
I am offended you think I couldn't have handled it myself to get 4, but I mean, they helped. Be it.
She smiles real wide. She says, of course, old man. I know you could do anything by yourself.
The old man. I know the old Alec thing is taking a life of his own. I am not that old.
To be twice my age is quite old man.
Okay. You
Regardless,
are so
I will
lucky I
take-
like.
That is what I hear quite often from our patrons. And she just kind of leans very largely over the counter and holds out her hand to take the shipment.
Question. Would
Answer.
I have any inkling as to the general, age range or, lifespans of Goliaths or bear folk?
If I'm not mistaken, is this your first time meeting either of them?
You are correct.
Then so far, I would say no. But they both, Jody behind the counter looks like a young woman. Like she looks like in her, speaking IRL terms, she's like young 20s. She's a young woman, all things considered.
If she
if you get
seems to look that way.
yes. Yes, she seems to look very young and youthful. She takes the tusks and kind of tucks them behind the counter, and she leans towards you a little bit more, Alexander, and says, "My father is in the back. If you would like to pay him a visit, his shoulder is doing a little bit better, but I'm sure he would like to see you personally. You may take your companions since they helped."
Oh, that's okay. Well, come along, gentlemen. On the back.
Lorelai will follow.
Alshania will follow, but she will say, for the record, I am not the gentleman.
I apologize. It's a term of. I live around the animals a lot, and I'm not used to having multiple people around me. I apologize for the wrong terminology.
You are forgiven.
I try to be a gentleman. Most say that I'm bad at my manners.
You are politely escorted behind the bar and towards the back room, and Jody goes back to being real busy up at the front. When you get in the back, it's a little bit quieter. Once the door closes behind you, it feels immediately like a little bit of a different vibe. It's just candle lit in here, very low lighting, and sitting in the corner in the back of the room is another Goliath. And he is tall like the others. Does not seem to be as tall as Jody out there. He's bald. He's got no hair, not even for eyebrows, and he's just bundled up to his neck in little blankets. And he seems to have a hot drink by his bedside. And he turns and his eyes open up and he says,
"Oh, Alexander, I see you have completed my hunt."
Yes, it went quite successful. We have gotten what you needed.
Oh, thank the gods.
and he looks up at the ceiling. And just for a brief second in the firelight, you think you can see a tear run down his cheek.
I thought it the worst omen to have my shoulder go out when it did. Thank you so much, my friend. There is a reason this town depends upon you.
About that, I might be gone for an extended period of time soon.
Just shock comes across his face as he slowly looks up to meet your face way up there, and he says,
Gone? Are you to travel again?
It appears that I won't call it fate, but the old urge to adventure has reached out to me in the form of these two people behind me, and I have never been able to resist a good call.
he peers his neck around and to kind of look at you two, Alsha and Morlai in the back behind him. And a low grumble, kind of a laugh comes out from him, just
I always knew you would go out again. Regardless, I must thank you for retrieving the tusks for my wife. I worry about her health, and that she may no longer see you when you return from your journey. All I request is that you tell her goodbye in the morning. She would miss you.
Of course I would. I mean, should I say goodbye, not bye to you and not her? She's clearly the best one of you two.
I fear that she is not much longer for here. Her memory gets worse by the day. And she seems to tell me the same tales of our old adventuring times, over and over again, as she bandages my shoulder. It's interesting. You remember the skills from the battlefield, yet you forget your family.
Body remembers when the mind can't.
Fucked up.
It is.
Regardless.
And he kind of winces in pain as he cranes his neck to talk to you, Alsha, and you, Morlai, says,
Thank you for assisting this great man in his efforts to supply my wife with care. I hope that your intentions are noble and that you will see great battle with my friend here.
All I ask is that you remember the name of the nation Mabiria when we eventually come to ally with you.
Mabiria. This is foreign to me.
I would be surprised if it was not. It is land quite far.
I do not suppose it is of this landmass, this continent.
You would be right.
I wish I could see it.
and he looks back up at the ceiling, seeming to imagine whatever this Mabiria must seem like.
As for me, I am simply but a servant of an oracle.
You deal in ways of portention.
Indeed, that is one of my many talents.
He jerks up from his bed a little. He says,
Might you find the fate of my wife?
The fate of your wife.
You see, I do not know how much longer I have with her, and I would like to know. Is this something you can accomplish, or is that too simple?
One moment.
Is he consulting the cards?
I'm always consulting the cards. Every time
Just imagine you're just kind of turning your back and you're just going through the cards, panicked.
You will actually see Moralai look through 3 different sets of cards. At one moment, I may. What do you wish to see how much time you have left to spend with your wife?
Yes.
Are you looking to know if the time is good or bad?
The remaining time, the amount of time left, or the quality of time?
I assume you're... What are you using to do this? Because he's just kind of coping and hoping for anything that'll tell him something he wants to hear.
I'm thinking of using my Oracle deck to cast Divination, because I can do it once a day.
I think this would be a good time to try that.
All right. Do you mind if I sit on your bed with you, just for a moment?
Please.
And he moves more to his side, where his bad shoulder, you see, he's on his right side, so his left shoulder is the one that's messed up. And you see it's a dark, bruised, kind of purplish gray below his blankets. Seems something hit him really hard in the shoulder, maybe dislocated it, but some capillaries are broken up there.
Ooh. I will take out one of my divination cards decks, and I will start shuffling them as I begin to cast divination.
Yay!
All right. So I ask a single question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity, and you, as the GM, will reply truthfully as a short phrase, a cryptic rhyme, or an omen.
All right.
And I will keep my words to myself. However, I will utter a silent prayer to Fate Serpentis and ask them, how much longer does this man have to spend with his wife? And that is my question. I start laying a spread of cards out in front of him.
As you're laying out your spread, at the point where things start to look, they could go up or down. Looks a little down. Okay, pull another card. It's the reverse. Okay, not looking good. Throughout your divination, not much time.
That's the answer. Not much time.
And do you deliver it rather just kind of like, this is the answer?
All right. Just to be clear, the answer to my question is not much time then.
Oh, yes, sorry about that, yeah. Yes,
All right.
the thing you get from your divination is, yeah, there's not much time left for old Esther.
Moralai will just stare at, he will just perform his duties. He will lay out the cards. He will remain silent. And as he is finished, he will look up at the man, just say, as the oracle in charge of this divination, I will answer truthfully. The cards speak that your wife does not have much time left.
Down
So,
from his eye trickles another tear dripping over his nose onto his pillow.
I believe that you already knew that in some way.
My daughter, Jody, has been trying to get me out of this denial for a while now. I thank you for your time and your practice and expertise, but I might have some time alone to process this oracle.
It is, if that is what you wish. And with he will flick his wrist, and the cards will fly back into his hand in a neat little stack. He will put them into a nice little box and put it into his belt. Very well. My job is done here then. I shall wait outside.
Alrighty. The Goliath reaches out and grabs your paw, Alexander, and shakes it rather firmly.
He says, I would wish you luck, but I know that would only get in the way of your skill.
Skill and luck, they go hand in hand. You can be as skilled as you want, but a loose arrow might still hit you in the face. That's where luck comes in. So the arrow hits the guy next to you instead.
You are a good kid.
And he pats your paw.
You call me kid, your daughter says I'm old. What is it? Why am I?
There is no. Age is all relative to each other. I am an old man. Though I only have the 15 years on you, 15 is enough to know enough.
I suppose that is true. I hope it will take more than 15 years for me to dislocate my shoulder.
Make sure to stretch, my friend, and have a safe journey.
I will. And don't you dare change anything about this tavern or this town.
I believe Jody is looking to upscale and bring more attention to the family business. I might let her become an entrepreneur.
Oh no. It's gonna. I've heard about this gentrifying business in other taverns and other towns. I don't like it.
She seems to be doing well.
The youth and their ideas.
She keeps all of them to herself. I am just the man who works the night shifts.
That's children for you. Well, you want them to be independent, and then they grow up and they are independent, and it kind of hurts.
Yes, I would hope that she does something as remarkable as I imagine your pups are doing now.
I know they do, deep inside. I know they are.
Take care, my friend. I am commanded to do my sleep by my lovely wife, lest she forget that she told me 10 minutes ago.
Go tend to her. Goodbye, my friend.
Farewell.
And with that, you guys turn around and gently close the door behind you as he settles back into his bed.
I have a question for the party. As Alec and Alshaniel, the two fucking horribly similar names, are walking out, is there any distance before we get to Moralai where Alshaniel can have like a more private discussion with Alec?
Yeah, Morlai, are you just like kind of hanging out in the tavern? Are you like ordering some food? It's getting
Yeah,
to be the
Morlai
evening.
will
It's
probably
dinner
just
time.
be at the bar. Morlai will just
yeah.
be at the bar, like kicking his feet, just like gonna order like a drink and some food.
Hell yeah, you're chatting up Jody over there, having a good time.
Yeah, he's extremely awkward about it,
Okay.
but
Yeah. Yeah, so you walk out of the back room, you close the door behind you, and you're kind of still in the back corner behind the bar. So yeah, you have like a little private moment if you'd like to chit and chat. No one's gonna be all up in your business.
In that case, Alshaniel will kind of oddly make eye contact with Alec and ask him, I could not help but overhear you had, he said pups. He means children, yes?
Yes, that's right.
That would make you a father?
I think that's the term. Yes.
May I ask, what is that like?
The difficult question.
If you would like, I can be more specific.
I mean, please do. They're quite old now. I've been through a variety of emotions.
Can I ask, when you had your kids, did you have any particular visions for them? Any grand ideas about how they would turn out to be?
No, I hold the belief that a person must strike their own path at all cost. I myself, I moved away from home, away from my family when I was young. And all 3 of my kids, they moved out as soon as possible. Independence is the best thing we can give our children.
Can I ask why you choose to do this? Why you value this? Why you want them to think for themselves, to act for themselves? Would it not be better for them to act in coordination with a grander cause?
I have found that the world is chaotic and cruel, and sometimes just doesn't make much sense. So you need to be able to, as your own person, to withstand cruelty and the chaos and the nonsense. And I hope I have given all my 3 children that.
You have different priorities than my parents did. I cannot say I fully understand it, but thank you for sharing with me.
You are not your own person?
I never have been. It is not my way of life.
Yet you stand there, alone, as a person.
I stand here, yes, physically. But by duty, I am bound by my nation. They are my purpose in life.
I would never question another person's purpose. A purpose is important.
I'm glad you understand.
We go back to the bar. I think our companion might need some help.
She gives
Looks like he's trying
a very slight
to do
nod and just kind of walks over.
All right, so you guys mosey on over to Morlai as he's just kicking his feet, talking to this big muscle mommy Goliath lady. She said,
I have never heard of such a practice, but I find that so fascinating. I would wish for you to do it to me sometime.
Oh, yes, I can definitely do a simple reading if you wish.
and she kind of sees you guys walking over with a purpose. She goes, perhaps another time. Your attention seems needed, and mine somewhere else at the end of the table. She goes and wipes down some more stuff as she nods to you, Alexander.
It seems our business for the day have been concluded. I think I am now free to do this task that I wrote about. With you, too. Is it us two? Did other people, do we know who else got this letter?
On
I
the
believe
letter, it
we
does
are-
say that there's a total of 6 people that should meet up in the morning. So you got half.
I assume that we'll meet the other 3 when we meet at Cagliostro.
I certainly hope we will.
You guys will meet up with everyone else, hopefully tomorrow morning at the front of the gate at Shadaa's Pass by the Furs and Fangs stand.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys, if you'd like, you guys can hang out over at Alexander. I don't know if you have beds or if you're welcoming them, Alexander. You guys can go over there for dinner, I imagine. But
He does have extra beds, but they can sleep on the floor. It's fine.
I think you have a room, yes?
She does, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so you can retire to there. You know, it's a nice little walk at night in the trail to get to and from Alexander's cabin. So like it's not going to be a trek or anything like that. You know, just a quick mile walk down the path. So yeah, you guys have a nice rest of your night. You know, you cook up some cockatrices. You know, like Alexander said, it really was just as simple as boiling them and putting some seasoning on them. Is
He
pretty
makes an
good. You know,
excellent cockatrice curry.
I imagine
Oh,
cockatrice
hell yeah.
tastes like gator for some reason.
Yeah, that's kind of my fit. That's what I was thinking too. That seems like the vibe.
Like chicken, but
Absolutely.
different, like off.
It's slimy.
Alexander, are you kind of a cook? Like, are you pretty good with food?
I think so.
Okay, I can dig that. Yeah, so you guys eat your monstrosity chickens. You hang out. You go to wherever you're sleeping for the night. And with that, we are closing the session.
Oh, yippee!
Yippee!
How are we feeling?
I'm very excited to see more.
Me too. I'm vibing with more alive, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
I really like your two characters. They're very cool.
Yeah, like this fun little mini party.
Yeah, this is adorable. Stick gang. Stick gang.
Stick gang,
gang.
also
Pointy
blue
stick.
people.
Jesus.
Yeah, the pale stick gang. Y'all are blue, gray, white, all kind of that shit. All right, well,
I
thank
am
you so
looking forward
much.
to learning more about food
for-
companies.
Oh yes, there's more to learn about these two, you know, the other two weird fuckers that you guys met today, and then there's going to be 3 more weird fuckers that you already remember. But with that, thank you, players. Thank you, Spencer, for recording and doing all of the fancy stream stuff. I appreciate it greatly. And yeah, everyone have a great rest of your night, and we will meet up again. We will play as these characters again when it is time for our proper session 1 with all 6 party members. Oh my god. What have I done?
God.
I'm gonna go sleep now, guys. I'll see you guys later.
Oh, big sleep.
I am
Yes,
also
thank you,
going to sleep.
everyone. Have a good night. Good night.
Thank you, everyone.
Good
Night night.
night.
Bye.